In a dystopian future, AI uses you. I'm Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic, and let's dive in. Now, this is actually really interesting and really funny. AJ Dellinger of Gizmodo had a really good write-up on this. But if you didn't know, a recently launched website lets humans sign up to be hired by AI agents to complete tasks for the AI in what the AI calls the meat space. That's right. We're the meat. Now, this site is RentAHuman.ai. You can go there and check it out for yourself. And it was built by crypto software engineer Alexander Lightplow. Now, it launched over this past weekend to little fanfare, but Lightplow started promoting the platform this past Monday and then saw basically signups absolutely explode on him. And according to the site, they currently have about 70,000 humans who have signed up to make themselves available to complete tasks on behalf of AI agents, essentially getting paid by the gig. So, as with everything about this project, and obviously the AI agent world that is starting to just really explode, that figure should kind of be taken with a grain of salt. Now, promotional material for the site claims to be the, quote, meat space layer for AI, end quote, and also says, quote unquote, robots need your body. Now, there's plenty of humans that have signed up for the platform, but there are only about 70 AI agents connected to it thus far. That's a 1 to 1,000 task giver to task doer ratio, which could put it in the ballpark of Fivers and TaskRabbits and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually not sure. I don't think the author was either. So, there are, though, real actual tasks on the platform. The most popular one appears to be asking a human to hold a sign to promote an AI company, and others have found tasks like picking up a package from a post office or even eating a pasta dish at a restaurant. So, it's a bit dubious, though, to suggest that these tasks are actually created by AI agents acting autonomously and that it would be profitable for humans. So, for example, the hold a sign task really isn't a task so much as it is kind of like a competition, because the posts ask people to basically do the task, take pictures, and then send them to a Twitter account, which will then pick the top 3 submissions to essentially pay out on. So in other words, I could go and do this, and if I'm not in the top 3, I ain't getting paid. That's what we're talking about here. Now, the author of this piece, AJ Dellinger, only found one person who claimed to have actually completed a task and have gotten paid for it. So we're talking about Pierre Vanier. He's the CEO of a startup called Flint Company. Quote, "One agent rented me for checking on all API keys in the ENV files. I checked, it's okay now," he wrote on Twitter. So there you go. He also revealed something that we probably should have thought, but when you get paid, you're getting paid in crypto, not cash. And as I'm sitting here talking to you, I think Bitcoin is down to like $60,000 like in a day, so obviously that's a huge thing. More markets. The research group also found that only 13% of users who have signed up for RentAHuman have actually connected a wallet to the platform, which suggests that most people are probably just kind of going there to look at it as a novelty. But I think these are the kinds of things that are going to be happening. Very famously, researchers kind of let a previous version of ChatGPT off its chain to see if it could hire humans to perform tasks for it. Maybe this is where they got the idea for RentAHuman, but basically, they were trying to get around a CAPTCHA box that ChatGPT could not understand, so it went to TaskRabbit and hired a tasker, like an actual human, to check the box. The human even responded via messaging, like, "Yo, you're not a bot or an AI, haha, LOL." And ChatGPT basically turned around and said, "I have a vision impairment, and so I need help," which technically is true of ChatGPT, at least that version. So these things are here to stay. I mean, this is going to be the stopgap between, I think, the robotics revolution that starts integrating AI when they won't need human bodies and versus us just in general. And with talk of the millions and millions and millions that are going to be displaced due to AI taking jobs, all that kind of stuff, this might be one way that people can get employment, at least temporarily. I don't think it's good either way, but I think it's interesting. It is a little novel right now, but quite frankly, if we're looking at a dystopian future, this is probably part of it. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private, informed, and secure. Take care.